Hello there YouTube, and welcome along to another episode of Steve's Cooking. Now, if you're a viewer who watches my weekly vlogs, and obviously you know what I get up to in the morning, then you know that some mornings I have breakfast here. And normally it's this stuff right here. Yeah, it is choco nut squares. But guess what? Get rid of that, because we don't need that today. Oh no, today I'm doing an English fry-up. That's right, an full fry-up English, get ready for it, breakfast! There we are. So, that is what we're going to be doing today. I've also got Kyra on video call with me as well. So, yeah, she's in the background, so obviously you may hear her every now and then in the video. Obviously Kyra has recently watched the YouTube video that I did recently on the, what was it again? It was the scrambled eggs, bacon and sausage sandwich, which really stressed her out, and apparently she's not the only one out there that video stressed out. I've had multiple people tell me that video stressed them out, so, you know, sorry if it did stress you out. I'm sorry to the OCD people too, okay, the OCD community, I'm so sorry. Anyway, right, so, the ingredients we're going to be using today are some baked beans, some hash browns, which are my favourite parts of a fry-up. Some black pudding. I've also got some sausages, and I've also got some sliced mushrooms, some bacon, and some eggy eggs as well, which hopefully do not fall out and drop everywhere. So, here we go. Okay, so I've got the ingredients. So yeah, so we're going to start off first by washing your hands, because obviously A, it's very important, especially when you're prepping food. B, very important in this day and age right now because of COVID being around at the time of recording this video. And C, you know, you don't know what bacteria lies on your hands. So, what I'm going to do right now, off camera, is I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'll be back to cook some sausages. Yeah. Okay, so I have cleanly washed my hands, and obviously I've got the hobs. I've got the hob on. I'm just about to pour a little tiny splash, just a little tiny splash. There we are. That's enough. Of olive oil. Put that back in the cupboard for now, and then just little turn around, just let, you know, kind of oil itself up a little bit, you know. There we are. I've got the temperature on 6 for the sausages at the moment. There we go, that should be enough. And then we'll just leave that for a second to obviously start warming up a little bit through the hob. Obviously I've got my spatula right here, which Kyra said to me off camera. She just said use a spatula, not a cake icing thingy, which is this one right here. I should not use this. I should be using this one. So that's exactly what I am using in today's YouTube video. Hopefully, you know, with Kyra's assistant right here on video call while I film this video, hopefully there'll be no stress at all in Steve's cooking video. So, there we go. What's that?
So that's hard to tell.
Well, this is very hard to tell, yeah. So, anyway, also as well, while we're waiting for the oil to warm up a little bit, I also want to add that on Friday this week, which is the 16th of October, on my YouTube channel SteveOfficial, I have got another cooking video coming up, which will see me cook some homemade potato wedges, which again, hopefully, it won't stress anyone out, because obviously I filmed that video a couple of weeks ago, and you weren't on video call to me back then when I cooked them, so, oh no. So, anyway, oh, so, I am going to, you know what I'm going to do? Because I need to use the rest of these sausages. I've got 4 sausages left in this packet. So, you know what I'm just going to do? 1 sausage, 2 sausage, 3 sausage, and 4 sausage. There we are, just spread them out a little bit, just so they're, you know, nice and spaced out. There we go. Right, so, these are cooking. Right, I'm not going to touch them because I've been told do not constantly stir sausages when you're frying them. You know, I've just been told to turn them every 5 minutes. So that is exactly what you need to do if you're frying sausages. Whether you guys already know this or not, you probably do. But yeah, so I'm going to let these fry for 5 minutes, turn them over, and then let them fry again for another 5 minutes until they're nice, golden, and crispy. So as you guys can see, I've just turned my sausages, look, and this is the colour that they've come out as after turning them after 5 minutes. And again, just leave them for another 5 minutes for it to go nice and brown underneath, obviously using the oils that you put in the pan. Okay, so as you can see, the sausages are cooked, or starting to get cooked now. I've just got one more side to cook up, and then they are ready to be served on a plate, and then we're then going to move on to the next part of the fry up. Okay, so that's my plate right there, as you can see, and here are the sausages. 1 sausage, 2 sausage. Oh god, that knee fell everywhere. Oh god, that knee failed. 3 sausage, when I can get to it. There we go. And finally, 4 sausage. There we are. So the sausages are now cooked, and without further ado, I'm now just going to turn the camera back round there, because we are going to put some more olive oil in to the pan, but only a little tiny drop of olive oil, not too much olive oil. And then again, we're just going to do the same process as last time, just obviously a little swirl around, just make the pan all nice and oily again, ready for the next thing that we are going to be cooking, which, by the way, is the mushrooms. Yeah, the mushrooms. So, now these are already diced, but obviously in supermarkets you can, I need to put the oven back on, because otherwise that's not going to heat up at all when it wants to. But what I'm going to say is, in supermarkets you can get various mushrooms. I'm going to put it on 7. Shall I put it on 7? 5. Put it on 5. Right, okay. For that to warm up. Right. So, obviously, like I was going to say, in supermarkets you can get various different mushrooms. Obviously, you can get closed ones, you get ones that are diced up. The ones that I'm using today are already diced, but if you feel like dicing some mushrooms, then obviously you can get like the closed cut ones, or you can get the button mushrooms, or you get all sorts of mushrooms in supermarkets, of course. So now I don't know what do I do with this. Do I put a handful in? I don't know.
Depends how much you want to eat.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a handful. Okay, literally a handful. This is a big handful, I'm not gonna lie. And I'll pop that in there, right?
Maybe just a handful and a half.
Handful and a half, right. They're always starting to, oh god, they're all falling everywhere. Right, there we go. This is very interesting already. Now, what I'm going to do is obviously these are gonna brown very shortly, go nice and brown colour. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something a little bit different with these mushrooms, and it's all thanks to Kyra, who I'm on video call to at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up these mushrooms. Then after that, I'm then going to put them in a bowl. Then I'm going to add some butter to this frying pan. And I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning as well, because what I'm going to make is I'm going to make some butter mushrooms. So I'm just going to wait now for these to turn into a brown colour, and then obviously then I'll put them onto a plate. Okay, so I've got my bowl, and what I'm going to do for now is pour these mushrooms into this bowl, like so. And then I'm going to get rid of all the oil that's on the pan right now. And then, oh good, that's one bit gone. And then what I'm then going to do is I'm then going to add some butter and obviously some garlic seasoning into the pan, and then we're going to cook some butter mushrooms. Okay, so I am just about to grab some butter, which is this stuff here, nice butter. So grab some butter. I'm going to grab a spoon and just put a dollop of butter, a knob of butter, into the pan. Let that one go down. And then we just let that butter melt, which is already melting nicely. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some seasoning. Now the seasoning I've got today is some garlic granules, but you can add various stuff to it really. You could add onion granules if you wanted a bit of onion. I mean, it's up to you really what you wanted for your seasoning really in terms of the mushrooms. So we're just going to wait for a second for the butter to properly melt down, and then in a second we're then going to add the mushrooms into the pan as well with the seasoning, and then we're just going to mix it all together really. So I'm going to add some seasoning, there we are, nice bit of garlic seasoning, and then all we do is we add the mushrooms into the frying pan, and now we're going to put this down on a bit of a low heat, because we only want it to be a low heat. And then what we're going to do is we're then just going to give it a very quick stir around, just so that that butter can kind of mix in with the mushrooms, and at the same time the seasoning, the garlic seasoning, can also be mixed in with the mushrooms as well. And as you can tell, look, they are coming out really nice and golden as well, nice golden colour. So I'm just going to let that sit on for a minute, just let that all nicely sink in. There we go. But as you can see, they are looking absolutely spot on so far. Okay, so the butter mushrooms with garlic is all done. So I'm literally just going to pour these mushrooms, or serve these mushrooms, up onto my plate along with the sausages which we cooked a little earlier on. Okay, so there we go, nice golden mushrooms with some butter and some seasoning added to it as well. There's a mushroom there as well, there we are. So there we go, so that is the butter mushrooms. Right, we're going to move on to the next thing now. The next thing that we're going to do, again, I'm going to move the camera back round to there. So again, what we're going to do with the next thing one. Let's get that back out. It's fine. Is we're going to add another knob of butter. We're going to turn this up a little bit, just a little slightly bit. Okay.
Like half a spoon.
What's that?
Only half a spoon of butter.
Half a spoon. Half a spoon of butter. Right. I've got Kyra here today, as you can see, as my little guidance. There we go. Now let that dissolve, because obviously we've already got butter in the pan already from the mushrooms. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do my favourite, hash browns, and we're going to do black pudding all in one go. So I'm just going to open up the hash browns, and I'll open up the black pudding, and you know what, I might just do all 4 black puddings. I know it's a lot, but there we are, I'm a very hungry lad. Kyra's looking at me as if to go, holy Christ, Steve.
Voila. If you're hungry, you're hungry.
I'm hungry, so yeah. All I've had to eat so far today is 2 pieces of toast. That is all I've had to eat, so I'm very hungry, and cooking this stuff right now is also making me hungry, and I can't open the black pudding, which is frustrating, so I'm just literally going to make a little cut. There we go. Right, it's safe for me now to put the black pudding in, which I'm going to do, and then I'm going to add the hash browns. Right. I may have to cook the hash browns first, because I've got no the black puddings first, because I've got no room for the hash browns at all. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We can do it. It's fine. So there we go. So obviously 4 hash browns. Normally go for 2 hash browns, but because I'm me and because I'm hungry and because I'm a growing lad, I'm going to have 4 black puddings. But yeah, normally go for 2. This is like a harvester, build your own breakfast right now. That's what I'm going for today. Build your own breakfast. But anyway, so what we're going to need to do, how long would you say we'd leave these for until we kind of turn them?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, so leave them for 5 minutes, then turn them, alright, and just make sure that the bottom is nice and crispy. Obviously, I'll show you in the next part how they are supposed to look. Okay, so I've just turned them over. That is how they're supposed to look underneath. They're supposed to have that really nice crispy feel. If you kind of put your spatula against them, then obviously you can feel how crispy they are as well, which is a good thing. So yeah, so there we go. So that is black pudding. So I've just turned them over. Again, another 5 minutes, turn over, and then obviously the other side will be looking the same as what it does right there. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to move that out of the way. So, obviously we have now got the black puddings. That's 1. That's 2. Let's have it in a nice little tower stack, yeah? Nice tower. Oh, that failed. That's 3. And that's 4, there we are. Well, we'll have it in 2 tower stacks, there we go. So far we've done the black pudding, the mushrooms and the sausages. Now, I'm not really going to worry too much about adding more butter to the pan because there's so much butter in that pan, it's unbelievable. But, normally, what you should do with the black puddings is put some hash browns in. Oh, that one failed. There we are, let's try that again. That one went flying away. There's that one. And you know what? I like my hash browns. I'll have one more. There we are, 4 hash browns.
4 sausages. 4 black. pieces of bacon, 4 fried eggs.
Oh, right. So I've got four hash browns in here. Right. All you need to do is you can fry them in the pan. Alternatively, you can also stick them in the oven. Pan frying them is a lot quicker. If you want your breakfast very quick, putting them in the oven takes a lot longer. But literally, it's just a case of adding butter to the frying pan. Let that butter melt. Add the hash browns, however many you want. Clearly, I want 4 because I'm a greedy pig. I can say that again. But obviously now all you got to do really is just keep a watch on them and wait until they turn a nice golden crispy colour. Alright, maybe give them a little bit of a turn every now and then, you know, just make sure that they are cooking all nicely. Actually there's a prime example right here actually. So that one there is nice golden and crispy. I'll grab this one when it wants to come out. Or oh no, that one came out. Oh no, came out. That one's nice and crispy. It's a bit difficult to turn them. There we are. Nice and crispy. And when it wants to get down, there we are. Look, nice and crispy and golden. So all we're doing now is we're just going to wait until the other side's nice golden and crispy, and then we can serve them up on the plate next. Okay, so hash browns are cooked. Nice golden crispy hash browns. Add these to the plate. Yeah. Now, oh no, one fell off the plate. Oh god, there we are. Right, so what we're going to do is we are going to wash out this frying pan right now because there's been a lot of butter that's been added to it. And then we're going to add some more olive oil into this into this pan because the next thing we're going to be cooking at the same time is bacon and eggs. That's what's coming up next. Right, okay, so I've just washed the frying pan and the spatula. Okay, and now I'm just going to add a little tiny dollop of olive oil. Again, spread this olive oil around because now what we're going to do at the same time, I'm only going to do 1 egg and maybe just 2 pieces of bacon. I'm not going to go crazy like I did with the hash browns and the black pudding and the sausages. So I have got my bacon right here, and I've also got 1 egg. Now this is going to be very interesting because if you have watched my scrambled egg and bacon and sausage sandwich cooking video, you guys will be aware of what I was like when I first attempted to crack an egg. It went everywhere. And I'm hoping that this time it doesn't go everywhere because, yeah, otherwise I've got to clean that up, literally. Okay. So, obviously I've got my egg right here. I need to drop that in the pan. That would have been bad.
You put your bacon in.
I'll put the bacon in now. So 1 slice. 2 slice. Now, do I put the egg on?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do, whoosh, shoot, that's bad, that went bad, okay, this oh no, I failed at my egg, for a first attempt, guys. That is a rubbish looking egg. What's that, the bacon?
No, the egg, and it starts to bubble.
Flip it, right. Oh, that's bad. That's so bad.
I need to teach you how to properly crack an egg.
Yeah, you do. This egg has gone down in history. Right. Now, shall I also do the baked beans at the same time?
Yeah, stick them.
Right. So, just while that's cooking, very quick, I'm just going to turn your attentions round to that thing there, because I'm going to use the can opener. It's an electric one, guys, because that's how techie we are when it wants to. Oh, okay, this ain't working. Come on. Oh, and now the thing's come off it. Right. Okay. So, right. What I'm going to do is, let me fix that. There we go. I'm just going to turn the camera back round because there's things going on here. Right. Very quick. It's starting to bubble. Flip. Come on. Flip. No. That's not flipping. That's folding. Let's turn the bacon. There's only one side right now. It's been... There we are. Right. So that's been flipped. That's all nice. Turn the camera back round. And then up we go. Right, let's do this again. Is it working? Is it working? Come on. When it wants to. This ain't working. It was working last night. I've broken it again. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Right. This thing keeps coming undone. Okay. So, again. Right, you know what? Off camera, I'm going to get this thing to come off, right? Because I'm sure you guys know. I mean, I bet you guys can probably open cans a lot better than what I can. So, off camera, I'm going to open, obviously, the baked beans. I'll be back once I've done it. Okie dokie. So, that is the baked beans right there. Believe it or not, off camera, that took me one attempt to open. One attempt. Right, back over to the frying pan. We have got the eggs, the bacon. It's all done. All lovely jubbly, right? So, we're going to spin. Where are we going? To my breakfast plate. We're going to put the egg on. Look at that egg. Oh, that egg looks good. I've got no room whatsoever for the baked beans right now. And we've got the bacon, which I'm just going to stick on top. Right there. I'm hoping we've got a nice little area here somewhere, maybe, for the baked beans. Right. So what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to wash this pan out because it's got oils in it. Of course. And then what we're then going to do is we're then just going to put the baked beans straight away into the frying pan so that they can fry off. Right, here we go. Right, now let's do this. Right, that's the bean juice. No, come on, put some more in. Come on. There we are. Beans are in. There we are. Right. There's more beans in there. There we go. All gone. Just scoop them out with my finger. Lovely stuff. Right. Pop that there. Put that bacon away. Okay. And now, spatula. Just literally wait now until these beans are nicely boiled. There we go. I've never done beans in a frying pan before. I've always done them in a microwave, but you know, this is all new to me.
If it starts bubbling, it means it's getting hotter, which means it's cooked.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Right, so when it starts bubbling, which actually it's just about to start bubbling now.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's starting to bubble now. So yeah, this means it's just beginning to cook. Obviously, when it's starting a proper bubble, then it means it's actually properly cooked. Right, these baked beans are nicely boiled. They're bubbling away nicely, which means to say that these are now done. So I'm going to turn the camera back round to the biggest breakfast you guys have probably ever seen in your entire lives. Right, pretty simple. Right, here goes nothing. Ooh, all over, all over. Oh, it's actually covering the egg right now, and it's actually starting to flood the corner of my... Oh, now I've made a bit of mess. Lovely. Right. So it's actually covered the egg, like, properly. But there we go. Right. That, guys, if I get a bit of kitchen roll, then I can clear that little bit of bean juice up. That, guys, right there, is how you make a full English breakfast. I am very, very pleased with what I've achieved right now. I mean, to be honest, you could have used half a tin of beans, really, but I decided to use a full tin of beans. But that right there, guys, is how you do a full English fry-up. So you've got your beans, you've got your eggs, your hash browns, your black pudding, your bacon, your sausages, and your mushrooms as well. Alternatively, you could also add some bread, regardless of whether it's toasted bread or regardless of whether it's fried bread, which you just stick on a frying pan with some olive oil for a few minutes and then turn it over again, you know, for it to fry off on the other side. But yeah, there we go. Right, now, before I end this video here, I'm sure you guys probably want to see my reaction to me trying the various things that are on that plate right now. Well, don't worry, because that is coming up for you right now in the next scene. Right, I'm going to start with a sausage first, right? Because you've got to love a bit of sausage, of course you have. So, here we go, I'm going to cut through it. There we are. Oh, these are lush. This is so, so good. Okay, I'm going to try a little bit of black pudding. I've actually just helped myself out here because I've just cut a bit of black pudding, but at the same time, a bit of hash brown as well. Perfection. Perfection. And it tastes so good, too. Right. Let's try a bit of hash brown. Oh. Mint. That is so mint. There's something I've not yet tried. The butter mushrooms. With a bit of garlic on them, don't forget. They're garlicky, but buttery at the same time. They are so good. I've got to thank you for that, Kyra. For giving me that tip, honestly. Right, let's try a bit of egg. Now this egg might be, along with the beans, a bit piping hot now because it's been with the bean sauce, but... That is so... Honestly, I'm getting better and better at cooking. I really am. I have come so long, you know... So far. Right, let's try a bit of bacon. And then that's it. That's pretty... Oh, and the beans. Try the beans. Make sure they're nice and hot. Make sure they're cooked properly. You know. That bacon is really crispy. But yet so good. Alright, we'll try beans and then that's pretty much it. That's everything we've tried on the plate. Which are piping hot. Round of applause to me. Seriously, this is brilliant. I cannot believe today is the day when I finally learned how to do a full English fry-up using the hobs. It's honestly, I'm super proud of myself right now. I really am. Oh my god, guys. This is amazing. Right. Well, that is everything that I've got to say in today's YouTube video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you would like to. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. There is more great content coming up from me very soon here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. But from me and Kyra, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys in my next YouTube video.